In part 3, I will be showing the machining of all the drawers with the dados, rabbets, pre-finishing for paint, and getting ready to assemble. Here are all of the drawer pieces, the backs, sides, faces, and bottoms ready for machining. I plan out all of the cuts so that there are minimal setups. For example, all of the dados for the bottom will be the same on every board, and that will be the first cuts. On top of each pile you can see the print with the dimensions, helping me to avoid mistakes. I have an adjustable dado blade in the saw set up to the approximate thickness of the bottom and now ready to set the height using the magnetic gauge. We'll need a few test cuts to validate the setup. Now completing the setup for the bottom dado. First, setting depth of cut with a height gauge. There will be more detail on this in another setup later. I have the print on the table to make sure all my settings are correct, but reviewing the prints I found that they were not all the same, so I have to make some notes and edit the 3D model. Setting the fence to the dimension on the print based on the rotation angle and closest tooth to the fence. This one is not a critical measurement other than the 4 boards for the drawer must all be the same or the bottom will not slide into place when assembled. I momentarily start the saw because it has a tendency to pick up leftover debris in the chute and throw it out. Now for the first test cut and inspect. The fence was good, but the width was not. Rotating the dado adjustment and resetting the fence for the next test. I apologize for the great view of my back. I really need to be mindful of the perspective of the camera. The second test cut was still too wide, so one more adjustment should do it. The adjuster is in imperial and the boards are metric, making it a little difficult. Now I have a perfect fit and it is time to get this cut completed on all 24 boards. First up are the drawer faces. At this point, none of the boards have an up, down, front, or back. Now is when I make the decision on how the board will be oriented in the final assembly. The decision is based on any defects in the board and the surface quality. Only then do I run it through the saw. I carefully inspect each board, looking for the side that will be best for the face and the end that will be best for the top edge. There will always be one side or end that is better than the other. Now grabbing the 6 backs, but I am inspecting for the better side that will be on the inside of the drawers. Last, I repeat the same steps for the 12 sides, and again, the better side will be on the inside of the drawer.